Well, did the great cell phone outage affect you today? It affected us here a little bit. Our internet didn't work on the phone. It worked through Wi-Fi and things like that. But as far as phone calls, text messaging and all that, it worked. AT&T and Cricket worked. I'm not sure if Verizon worked. I know people that has AT&T and Cricket, they all worked, but their internet wouldn't let them hook up on it, use your internet over your phone unless you were Wi-Fi. What does this mean? Was it a cyber attack? Could possibly been a cyber attack. Who was behind it? Russia, China, Middle East? Who's behind it, right? The issue nowadays when cell phone outages happen, your banking and everything nowadays is online. You can't access nothing, right? You'll have stores that can't even ring you up because their system's down. Have you ever experienced that? You go in to buy something, they're sorry, we can't sell you nothing. Our system's down because they don't know how to take a book and write the prices down in a calculator and do the math. They don't know how to do that no more because it's all online. It messes up their inventory because then they'll have to hire somebody to go back and look at all the paper receipts they're writing out and put them in a computer, right? I mean, that's where we're at. I've told you, we have gotten too smart in society. We're too technology dependent. We really are. I mean, everything is done over the internet and phone nowadays. If you go in and pay a bill with cash, I've told you here, I go in and pay my car insurance at our local car insurance is through Progressive. I have to pay $5 extra because they have to handle the cash. But if I do it online auto pay, I'll save $25 a month. Let that sink in. That's where we're at nowadays. We're too dependent on technology. We really are. It's got to the point where, I mean, even school nowadays. I know somebody who didn't have Wi-Fi for a couple of weeks. They decided to have it cut off, right? Well, what happened? The kid fell behind at school because he didn't have Wi-Fi at home because all his homework had to be done on a Chromebook. That's when he had to do it, right? He had to do it on the internet because you don't do it at school no more. That's where school's at now, I mean, it's getting to the point of why do we have schools? Why do we have public schools? Why are we spending money on it if everything they're doing as far as learning is on a tablet on the internet, right? Can't you do that at home for a lot cheaper? Possibly. But of course, if everybody homeschooled, they would figure out some way to tax you or charge you for that, right? Then they're always going to get their money. At the end of the day, they're always going to get their money. But technology nowadays, if your stuff goes down, people panic, especially the younger generation. If they ain't got that phone, and people just like I do that their phone is constantly in their hand. They're constantly doing something on it. They're constantly texting somebody. Some of y'all are my age and older can remember that, you remember writing notes in school and things like that, and the famous Facebook post, where your mom left a note on something telling you what to do when you get home. Are we going to go back to those days? I would like to see it go back to those days. We've got too much dependent on technology. We really have. When you can't write a receipt and have to close your store because your computer system's down, let that sink in for a minute. Full-blown SHTF happens. You're not prepared, right? You're like, I got to go get some water. I got to go get some bread. I got to go get something, right? I got to go get it right now. SHTF is happening. Computer systems are down. You're not going to be able to get nothing. You're not, because they're not able to process it because it's not on the computer. How many times if you went in a car to buy car parts at a parts store, and you're telling them, let's just say I need spark plugs for a 1982 Chevy 350. What year is it? What color is it? How many miles is on it? What's it matter, right? I mean, we're way past that now. We're dependent on these things every day, all day, and that's how it is. I don't know why we've become that way, but we are. When everything is controlled by this, the internet and all that, you're at the whim of somebody being able to get in and just totally ruin your day and possibly ruin your finances, right? Should you have gold and silver on hand? Yes. Are you going to be able to spend gold and silver at Walmart, Dollar General, your mom and pop store? Not for a while, because they're not going to know how to sell it to you, right? So this is the importance of being prepared, We have backup radios and things like that in case communications go down. We have the cheap Baofeng radios. That's what we have. They work wonderful right here. I got good range. I have short antennas, long antennas. Maybe you need to look into something like that. But today was a good test just to see how people reacted. I read online it was only like 32,000 subscribers, and I'm like, that's not a lot of people out of service. 32,000 out of possibly millions of cell phones, right? How is that, you know? But it affected us as far as not being able to get on the internet. But if you need to call or text somebody, you can still do it. Did y'all have outages in your area, and did it ruin your day? You know, did you think the Russians were coming? Was you waiting on the planes flying over and the Russians jumping out of them like Red Dawn style? You know, this is where we've come in society. We're dependent on technology. Give you a quick health update, and then we're going to end this video. Y'all know I started my sugar medicine yesterday, and tonight, when I went to take a shower, I have my whole upper body is just blood red and red splotches all over it. It looks like I'm breaking out into something. Not sure what it is. Don't know if it's a reaction to the medicine. Is it the sugar leaving my body? I don't know. It's in my elbows. Right here, you can't really see it, but it's all over my chest and down to about a couple inches above my belly button. It's red splotches. It looks like a heat rash is what it looks like. It doesn't itch, doesn't hurt. But I'm not sure if it's from the medicine. I'm not sure what to do with it. But we're going to keep taking the medicine and hoping ain't nothing serious, going on, that I'm having an allergic reaction. Because I told you, I read online that Januvia was recalled, right? So I'm not sure, We'll see how it is tomorrow. Maybe it was just something I interacted with the day that broke me out. I don't know. But we're still taking our sugar medicine. We're still active like we always are as much as we can. The neck, headaches, and all that is still there. But, you just get up and go on about your day. I mean, that's about all you can do. Seriously, that's it. Like I told you, if it gets you type of deal. You're doing all you can do to help and be able to do something, right? I'm going to show you something that I use. I asked a question one time on one of my community pages when I was at deer camp, and I asked anybody if they knew what this was for. What this is, it was a lot longer, but what this is a paintbrush thing where you can put a roller on it, and what I done with it was I cut it off, right? I guess I should have kept in without this, but what I do with this, I started doing it at deer camp when my neck was bothering me. Some of you are going to laugh. I would take this and I would rub my neck like this right here so I could really get in there and get things loose with it. It works pretty good. I started back using it last night, and my neck is sore from the rolling, but it's starting to make it a little bit better. But my face is still numb and things like that. But this is not medical advice. This is just something I use. It seems to help, because like I told you, where it's hurting, you can't really rub it, but you can get this back here, and just really rub it, roll it up and down, rub your shoulders. That's what I do. You can kind of see how red I am right there. I'm not sure if it's the medicine or if I'm just got a hold of something or touched something today that fired me up. I ate my normal supper, and I noticed it after supper. I ate deer meat and what was it? I ate deer meat and a salad. That's what I have for supper. But I'm still not checking my sugar. I probably should be checking my sugar, but my thoughts on it is, some of you are going to laugh or possibly get mad. I'm going to take this medicine for 2 weeks and then check it and see where am I at. I don't. A lot of people, you're supposed to check it every day, several times a day, but I'm not. I'm going to take this medicine for 2 weeks and see what happens. That's the way I'm going to do it. May not be the right way, but that's how I'm going to do it. Not sure what this rash is. It doesn't hurt, but it is red and really hot. It's from about here down, all around my man boobs, I guess. I don't know, your chest area, you know what I'm talking about. It's all around there. It kind of looks like a heat rash, but it ain't been hot today, so I'm not sure. I went out today, and my prepping on the cheap video, I found a few things. I didn't take the video because we had some stuff going on. When I got home, I wasn't able to film that. But our local, like a thrift store, all their clothes were $1. I was able to get an old Winchester raincoat. Some of y'all remember that camo that it looks kind of funny. It's an older one from maybe the 80s. I got it for $1. Size small, it'd be for a kid. I got a Dickies brown jacket with the hood for $1. And I got some snow bibs for grandkids for $1. So did pretty good on that, right? I mean, it was wild. I was like, $1? The woman was like, yeah. And I was like, all right, time to buy up winter clothes, right? And a lot of people forget that winter comes every year, and they're sitting there like, I need a jacket. You know, I got to go pay $40 for it. And if you buy it this time of year, if you're buying it at a normal store, you probably get it on sale. You know, you don't have to pay full price all the time. But there's my day. I hope the internet outage didn't affect you severely. You know, is it going to happen again? More than likely, it's going to keep happening from time to time. But, you know, get a backup way of communication. You know, look at Baofeng radios. I like them. Some people say they're junk, but they work for us. You know, you can get them for around $30 with headsets, everything. Right? Look into them. I'm not affiliated with them. I don't get no money from them. It's just, if I use something that I buy with my own money, I'll recommend it. And that's the way I am. I'm not one of these channels that's pushing products because that product is given to me, right? I buy it with my own money, and if it works, I'll tell you, hey, you might want to try this out. You know, I understand money's tight for everybody, but everybody stay safe, keep your head on a swivel, be aware of your surroundings at all times, protect yourself and your family at all times. At that moment, you're the only person that can do it. Stay safe, keep prepping. Let's see what this rash does in the morning. Maybe it'll be gone. Maybe I just got into something that irritated me today or something. But stay safe and keep prepping.